Hello, I'm Mike, and thank you very much for purchasing the PW Finance Cashflow Tracker. I'm here today to give you an overview of the spreadsheet so you can get using it right away. I'm going to walk you through the various sections and show you how really effective this spreadsheet is in helping you keep on top of all your finances. Okay, let's start. So as you would see on first glance, we see a spreadsheet. Don't be daunted by the amount of cells. These are all very useful, and I'm telling you, it's really easy to get started with. So first of all, you can see the months of the year at the top, right? We can see January, February, March, all the way to December. This will basically give you a monthly breakdown of everything that you're earning. One of the greatest features of this spreadsheet is the fixed income and outgoings bar at the top, because whenever you scroll, it stays in view, so you can always keep track of what you're spending and how much you're earning. Now, to get started, it basically starts with you entering a figure. Anytime you enter a figure, let's just say your first income will be from your salary. Let's just name this salary. And let's just say your salary is £3,000 after tax. So we enter 3,000. And immediately you can see at the top, income is 3,000, outgoings is 150. But you might be thinking, it's not quite right because I haven't really spent anything yet. Another good feature about this spreadsheet is it helps you calculate your savings. Now, in this spreadsheet, we've built in a 5% buffer, which basically means that whatever you earn, it automatically calculates 5%, assuming you're going to put 5% into a savings account, a rainy day fund, or anything that you're particularly saving for. 5% at the very, very least. And that you can find that here in the savings section. Now, it's automatically calculated 5%. So 5% of 3,000 is 150. And it's treating it like an outgoing because, well, it's basically been taken out of your income. Make sense? Cool. If you wanted to add more to that, for example, you can customize this by creating an additional section. For example, I've named this ISA, but you can name it literally anything you want. You get the drift. It's a highly customizable spreadsheet. So let's just say you had another savings account or another pot that you wanted to throw money in there and you wanted to save an additional 150. You can definitely see immediately that your outgoings is updated. Great feature as well is if your leftover is in the positive, it will be green. For example, if you paid all your bills and you still have some money left over, it will show you that, okay, you got some money left over if it's green. Let's just say, for example, you had a really big telephone bill because you like to speak on the phone and you didn't get the unlimited call package. And let's just say your bill went up to £4,000. These are very, very hypothetical. They're not real figures, but trying to show you how the negative leftover works. The minute the system clocks that you have spent more than you earned, it will show you immediately that you spent basically over £1,000 more than you have, and it'll show red, which will give you an indicator that you're not on budget. Hopefully that makes sense. So how can you really get started this really quickly? I say recommended is you start by entering every piece of income that you have. So there's basically five lines here that you can enter the figures for. So salary 3,000. Let's just say you have a side hustle. Let's call this side hustle. If we can call it side hustle. And then let's just say we earn another £1,000. Now immediately again, the savings account will take away 5% and it will carry on calculating. So now let's look at our outgoings. Let's just say your mortgage or your rent is £1,000. Your council tax is £100. Your electricity is £60. Gas is £60. Water is £100. Your internet is £59. And your telephone is £32. you can see immediately that your outgoings are automatically being calculated and already being calculated against your income. And as you see, you're still in the green, so you still got money left over to pay for other things. Now, you can put expenses literally for almost anything, and we've done our best to really put as many categories as you can. Feel free to leave them as 0 if they don't appeal to you or apply to you, but if they do, fill in a figure. So, for example, most of us spend a considerable amount of money on food because we need to eat, right? So let's just say every month you spend £500 on food, and you eat out and you spend another £200 on going to nice restaurants and ordering beautiful takeaways. The great thing about the spreadsheet as well is that it calculates on a monthly basis how much you're spending on a particular category. So in this case, you're spending £700 on food. It's really good because it gives you a really good bird's eye view of everything that you're spending, everything that you're earning at the same time. So you can never ever be worried about not having enough for what you need. If you have investments, feel free to add investments there. So some of us have let's say, for example, a Vanguard account. Let's spell Vanguard. We might put £100 a month in there. And then you might have a car, and your car payments are £200 a month. And your insurance, you either pay monthly or you pay annually. If you pay it annually, maybe your payments come out in every June, for example. So if your car insurance is, let's say, £500 a year, in the insurance tab, you go to June, for example, whichever month it comes out of, and you enter the figure. Obviously, in June, it's already showing you've got a negative balance, but that's fine because you haven't really entered any income for that month anyway. So we can fix that later. We can look at things like insurance, extracurriculars. Feel free again to customize everything so it suits you. So you might have a gym membership, for example, that you pay, I don't know, let's see, it's a really swanky gym, so you pay £300 a month for. That's fine. And then of course you need your Apple or your Spotify, which is £10 a month, Amazon Prime, which is £8 a month, Netflix, which is, you get a premium package, £18 a month, so on and so forth. And before you know it, you have no credit cards because you have cash. But before you know it, you've entered all your income and outgoings. And if you really wanted to now, you can either fill out individually with the individual months, or if you're familiar with how Google Sheets work or how Excel spreadsheets work, you can simply take a figure, press copy, highlight all the other months, and paste. Now you've pasted a constant figure that you can then customize as you see fit. It's really that simple, really. There's nothing really complex about this at all. You enter a figure, you enter what you earn, enter what your bills and your outgoings are, and you will show an immediate figure. If you have money left over, it will be green. If you don't have money left over, let's just say, for example, you had nothing and your bills are still £1,000, you will have red. So this allows you to keep track of everything. And we made it so simple. All you need to do is enter a figure. You can't really break the spreadsheet because if you try to, for example, amend this figure, you're going to be met with, some real funky formulas here. But if you try to delete it and move on, you're going to be met with a message that says, hey, you can't do that. If you do that, you're going to mess it up. So don't do that. Simple as, really. I hope that helps. One more last thing just before we go. Another feature I wanted to show you was the annual totals. So, for example, if you've earned £3,000 a month from your salary for a whole year, the spreadsheet will actually do a total for you of how much you've earned for the whole year, and then also break it down to an average. That you earn an average of £27.50 every month. Same thing if you did on your outgoings. So your mortgage was, on this particular example, £2,000 a year, and that averages out about to £167 a month. The averages are there to help you, to give you a very good indicator of how much you're spending on average, as well as how much you're spending in total. Totals are important because, again, it gives you a very good idea of how much you're spending or making within a certain period, in this case, a year. Or a month. I think you've got this. So guys, hope that was very helpful and good luck. Bye.